Alright, rumors are flooding in, and Apple's iPhone 17 lineup might be its boldest yet. We're talking an ultra-thin Air model, a full ProMotion displays across all phones, a massive RAM increases, and some much-needed camera upgrades that go beyond the megapixels. And here's everything we know so far, so you're ready and aware of what's coming this September. So first off, we're going to start with the launch window. Apple is expected to unveil the new lineup in early September of 2025, so likely around September 9th or 10th, with pre-orders the following Friday. Now, the model breakdown. There's expected to be 4 iPhones, just like usual. The standard regular 17, the ultra-thin 17 Air, which is replacing the Plus, the 17 Pro, and the 17 Pro Max. Now, the Air is the most intriguing as it is rumored to have a super light design, around 5.5 millimeters thick, and possibly be the thinnest iPhone yet. And I think this is going to be very interesting because it's only expected to have one camera and be that standalone iPhone and kind of be that different one. It is also rumored to have a higher price point, and personally, I think I'm just going to go for the 17 Pro Max. But now let's talk about the designs and displays because this is where you truly see the changes. All models may get the 120Hz ProMotion display, and personally, I don't think this is anything the average consumer cares about. That's why Apple hasn't brought it down over the years, even though so many people in tech community and just people in general were like, Apple needs to add this. It's because the average consumer doesn't notice it. Personally, as someone who is in tech and knows a lot about it, I never noticed the difference when I go to my iPad mini or my iPad Air previously that was 60 Hz and my 120 Hz 16 Pro Max. I never really see a difference, even when I use them side by side. For me, it's just, I don't really care about refresh rate, and this is why I think Apple didn't really add it for all those years, but now it's finally coming, so everyone will be able to experience that luxury. The display sizes are likely going to be 6.3 for the base and the Pro, 6.6 or 6.7 for the Air, and 6.9 for the Pro Max. Now, Pro and Pro Max may switch from titanium back to an aluminum with a redesigned horizontal camera bar and look like this. As you can see on screen here, these are the expected colors and what the 17 Pro lineup will look like. So it has a black, white, dark blue, or orange. And as I mentioned before, they're now going to be aluminum, so they have that cutout for the glass where you see that Apple logo. And I kind of like this design. I think we're overdue for a redesign, and I'm here for it. Now, the 17 comes in black, white, gray, green, purple, and light blue. And this is what it looks like. And it looks literally just like the iPhone 16, although it's going to have an A19 chip and other improvements. So if you're getting it over a 16, it's a good upgrade, based on what we know now. And for the 17 Air, it's going to come in a black, a white, a light blue, and a light gold. And this is what it looks like. It looks nice. It's also crazy thin, as I mentioned before. But it will be interesting to see when this comes to fruition, how it actually looks, and if it's actually going to be useful and have good battery life. Now, in terms of chips and RAM, so all models seem to be moving to the A19, with the Pro models, of course, getting the A19 Pro and possibly that going to the Air. RAM is also going to see an increase for Apple Intelligence, so the base model is going to go up to 8 gigs, while the Air, Pro, and Pro Max are going to go up to 12 gigs. Now, camera and video. This is where rumors point to a 24 megapixel front camera across the lineup. And this is the first time we've seen an upgrade to the front camera in a long time. I think like the iPhone 11 going back, and it's been long overdue. Now, on the Pro models, there's going to be a 48 megapixel telephoto camera. There's also potentially going to be 8K recording for video and even mechanical aperture on the Pro models. So Apple is making this a camera powerhouse. Now, in terms of connectivity and battery life, you're going to get Wi-Fi 7 and possibly Apple's own custom modem. This is definitely going to be on the Air, but we're not really sure. And the Pro Max could pack a record-breaking 5,000 milliamp hour battery. And I am so here for it because as a Pro Max user, the battery on my 16 Pro Max has been the best iPhone battery we have had in such a long time. It's definitely on par with iPhone 13 Pro Max battery, but I still think that 13 Pro Max did have better battery life. If you remember, or if you had an iPhone 13 Pro Max, you know what I'm talking about. The 13 Pro Max's battery life was just unmatched, and we have not been back there since. And if this 5,000 milliamps, yes, it might make the phone a little thicker, but I'm all here for good battery life because this is able to get me through a day at like 40% left sometimes, and if not, other days 20. Like, I'm all here for that. Now, as of right now, if you're wondering, should you upgrade? The base iPhones are getting beefed up with ProMotion and then A19 chip, so even the non-Pro model is enticing. But if you want full performance and camera power, Air Pro with the 12 gigs of RAM and the A19 Pro are the real prize here. And that Air being completely redesigned and thin and making Apple take risks again definitely might be interesting to you. Personally, it's not, as I mentioned before, but it's definitely one to keep an eye on. So there you have it, the most complete iPhone 17 rumor summary as of right now. Now, the September 9th or 10th event is still months away, really only one, but that's crazy. But everything is lining up for a major year for Apple. Now, which model sounds the most enticing to you? I know for me personally, it's 17 Pro Max. I just have to have the best of the best with everything I do on my iPhone. I record the content on iPhones, so I always love to have the best of the best. But let me know with a comment down below, and while you're down there, if you want to hit like and subscribe, I'd appreciate that as well. And I want you to remember that today is a good day to make a great day, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.